Hello everybody and welcome back to Lost Souls. So today we like to carry on and get to space if we can. Well, at least get there ready to go. I think I'm ready to go, just about. Anyway, let's start with, this bag's getting a bit full, this one here, so I'm going to see if I can upgrade it without losing anything. So let's start with that one, shall we? So, if you look at the uses of this, you should be able to upgrade it with some invar nuggets and some electrum, and that'll give us a reinforced satchel. So I think I just have to put it in there like that and get a reinforced satchel, and so, so yeah, until we get another row basically. So that gives us a bit more space for doing our advanced rocketry stuff. And it didn't lose the items. I was a bit concerned about that, I will be honest, but they all stayed there, so that's good. There are a few things I forgot to look at last time, like there were motors and also this particular item I was gone to here. This one is the ME interface, but it's a thin ME interface and it's got a different recipe than normal. Normally you just take a square one and just put it, self-graft it, and it goes to a thin one, but not in this pack. So let's have a look at how we actually do that one. So that was the ME interface. I'll do that over here. Don't know what we're going to do for rockets at the moment, so let's do it like that. So now where is the ME interface? Here. So this time we have to take a standard ME interface with a silicon printed circuit and a formation core to make the thin one. So it's therefore a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but it's not too bad. In fact, when you don't need to use them, I don't use them anyway, so that's fine, because here I did need to use them because I wanted thin ones. Because if you imagine having a block here, you wouldn't be able to put the import bus on the other side to extract the items out of the inscribers. So that's why I did it that way. And the other thing was motors. Yes, definitely looking at motors. I've been under the impression that motors are whatever machine you've got the fastest. So let's have a look at this one here. Cutting machine, it's 4 speed. Now we have a motor in this one. Where is it now? Saw blade assembly, power plugs, output hatches, input hatches, elite motor. So if I remove the elite motor and then put an ordinary motor in it, let's see what happens. Now some of these machines do go faster and some don't. 4 speed, so not much point in actually making a smaller one of those, using the expensive motors for that. In fact, as it happens, every machine I've tried, now whether this is new I don't know, coils will make a huge difference, but motors don't, and I don't think there's a motor in this one anyway. In here it's the same is true for the rolling machine. Now there is a machine we haven't made. So power input plugs, machine structure, fluid input hatches, output hatches, machine input, elite motors, here we go. So let's put an ordinary one in here. Oh, I should have checked the speed, shouldn't I, first of all? Let's see if I can remember what the speed was. 19.07, that's exactly what it was before. So that also hasn't made any difference. And it's true for all of the machines I've tested so far. I haven't seen any speed improvement by changing the motor, which is a bit odd. You would expect them. Now there is one thing that we are going to make today that isn't on the list, and that is the lathe. And I'm not sure it would help if I put it in the right place, wouldn't it? So the lathe is this one here, and it's another multi-block. I probably cannot make this. What are we missing? Just the ME, we're just missing the ME user interface. I've got, no, I need some lime dye. Do you know, I don't know why I haven't made a stack of lime dye. Let's just make a stack of lime dye and be done with it. So petals. Let's get rid of that recipe from there. Let's just craft these. Let's look at the uses of that one. I still don't get this as well. I'm pressing usage on this one and it's working just fine. Let's take a stack of those, get rid of that. Now let's just craft that to 2 stacks of these. get rid of that, and then we can turn this into petals. So let's have a look at the uses of that and go back to the first page like this, and we can then put 64 of those and 64 of those, put those back into the system. Now ME interfaces suddenly don't become a problem anymore. Interfaces don't become a problem anymore. So we can, as much redstone, probably we're short of glass panes, but anyway, we'll probably finish. Probably need a couple more of these. Let's just get a couple more out. 4. Put those into the system and close that off, and then let's make the lathe. Now the lathe is another multi-block structure. Oh, spin doctor. Now what it does is actually it's the same as the rolling machine. It saves resources. I'm going to put it behind the rolling machine. I think, yeah, we'll put it behind the rolling machine. So again, let's have a look. Where's my hollow projector? Have I got one here? Yes, I have. That was set to electrolyzer. Let's just shift right click and select lathe. It actually saves resources. Did I do that wrong? No, I did. Yes. Lathe. Oh, it's not letting me build the lathe. Ah. Oh yes, it is. Good. Phew. I was going a bit bonkers there. Let's do it this way around. So it doesn't go too far away from that one. Actually, it's quite a long structure, and I would like to go one more block. How's that? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's put the machine structures down here. 2 machine structures, 1 output hatch, and a power point. So we should be able to do all of those. I think it's just a 4x2 high thing. So let's get the bag out of here. Output hatch. Maybe we've got something in here. An input hatch, that'll do. And a power point. We haven't got any power points. Let's go and get some power points. Oh, we've got 1 machine structure in there. Let's take that out. So we'll just craft the PowerPoint straight out of here. I think power plugs are what I'm talking about. So we need, I'm pretty sure are they advanced rocketry? Oh yes, there we go. Power output, input. So we need 1 of those for the lathe, not too much. What else do we need? Structures. I'll just take a few. I'll just take this half of those out for the time being. So now let's put in the output hatch there. This is an input hatch. Let's just make that an output hatch. Put the 2 machine structures down and put the power point at the power plug at the end. You see it says an input one. Actually there is an output one as well. So what have we got here? Input hatch, elite motor, lathe. Okay, we've got the lathe hat. We need to build another input hatch then, which I suppose makes sense. And the motor. Now we're going to try them. We're going to try the motors. Maybe the motor does affect this particular machine. But we'll start with the cheap one. And it doesn't matter which direction you put those down, by the way. I didn't say that before. Probably because I've forgotten about it. So we want an input hatch, don't we? So that will be a chest plus a machine structure. We've got those in structure. Oh, yes. Let's do it like this. I'm pretty sure we've got a few chests in stock still. And I think that's it. So let's just right click this and have a look at it. So speed is 1. Let's change the motor on this one. There we go, motor. Now what did I do with the elite motors? Oh, there we are. So I can put the elite motor down like this as well. And it will still form. And speed is 4. So in this particular case it does make a difference. I'll turn it on, but we've got no power. We need to put a power plug on the back end of this. You'll see it's here. It's one of those ones which is a bit difficult to see. And now I've got some power plugs on us, I think. These handy bags are great, but they are a test of your memory, so that's also an interesting thing. try shift clicking that on there and I'm configuring it with the wand as usual. So right, where are we? So now it's got power and its speed. And there are one or two things that we can't do on other machines, which we're going to come to in a minute. In fact, I'd actually like to make these. What I'd like to make, this is something I couldn't do in 1.10 or version of advanced rocketry, and that was to make the advanced motor. You could get them with a bug. I used to get quite a few using a bug, a duplication bug. And these advanced rocket engines are made from titanium iridium alloy and titanium aluminide ingots. Now these are made in the arc furnace. So we need 7 to 3 will give us 3 titanium. So aluminium's no problem, titanium is actually no problem. So let's go and make a few of those. So what have we got for titanium? 26. I'm pretty certain that I can smelt this. We'll smelt this in the fire there. So aluminium, we've got loads of aluminium. 113. Maybe we need more. It doesn't really matter that much. So let's just smelt those up. How many are we going to do? I think we needed 3, didn't we? So what have we got here? That's 49. That goes by 7. So that would mean we'd need 21 ingots of this. I think that's right. It looks like it's working. Yeah. So we'll leave that and come back to that later on. So that was one. And the other one was another complicated one, which I can probably do at the same time as well. So what was it now? So that's making 3 of those. That'll make 7 engines. Titanium iridium. And I guess this is also made from in the arc furnace. So 1 titanium and 1 ink. Oh, that'll give me 2. That's actually rather nice. So let's get some more iridium out. Now we need 3 of those per, don't we? And I've made 21, so let's see if we can get 21 ingots of those 2 out. I've only got 13 of those, but we can grind up some of these. Let's grind up 10. Take out that and give us 12. And iridium. 133 and the 4000. What am I doing? 21, isn't it? There we go. That was a bit complicated. So let's shove those through the pulverizer. I think the only thing it'll be useful. Let's have a look at the uses of that. I'm pretty sure it's pulverizer. No secondary, so I might as well put it through the fast one. So that'll be imported into the system as it happens because of this. Oh yes, I never showed you that either. The configuration of these. I've set it back to being both input and output. So that's how this works. This is actually new in thermal expansion, having both directions, or relatively new anyway. Didn't used to do it in the old days, so let's have a look again at that one. Oops, again I've pressed T. To get the mouse in the right place. I don't get this, but it's really irritating. 20, there we go. So we have 21. Let's smelt these up. Take those away. Let's go and shove those into that machine as well. And even go the long way around. So we got, don't need quite as many as that. 21 of those and 21 of those, and it should just process through nicely. So now we've ended up with sort of silicon ingots. That'll have to get rid of those, otherwise this will get full. So we've got some titanium aluminide ingots. Gosh, the challenge for me. So let's put what we got on this now. I can simply right click that away. So we've got plenty of aluminium on here. I think I've got these titanium ingots, we'll put those away. I've got these silicon ingots. And I think that's about it for now. So yes, so the lathe. Let's go and have a look at what the lathe does. So it's this one. So if I right click and have a look at the uses of that. So there's one ingot of that produces 2 copper coils, copper rods. That's the reason for doing it. But more importantly, it's these, the titanium rods. So, and the iridium rods. We need those occasionally, but the recipe for this is 2 recipes. So that will give us 3 for 4. So that would give you 2 ingots. That's 50% better, basically. I could use the metal press, but the metal press is in the nether, and the lathe will give us 2. And you can't craft those. Iron rods, no big deal. You don't get any benefit from, or copper rods, because they're all the same thing. That you can use the thin ones for certain machines. So, but these 2, the iridium rods is the same, so we can use it on the lathe again. But having left this, the metal press, and I'm not going to build another one, it'll just fine. Keep it with the actual mod, seems like a sensible idea. So that would be to make those, and I'll probably do that next episode, I think. So let's go and have a look at this Planet ID chip, which I've now set to Lunar. Yes, well, I had spent a bit of time figuring that out. Let's go the quick way. Don't ask me what I was thinking about, I really don't know. There's also another trick. Memories coming back, or watching videos, my own videos coming back. Which? Come which? You come over here, you just get zapped. There you go. Boom. Because of this, of course. Right. So now in the back here, I've got the linker, I think is in here, isn't it? This link is, yeah, it's pretty neat. You don't have to link it to rockets. At the moment, I'll link the fueling station to the rocket assembly, to the rocket, didn't I? You can also link this. Shift right click this to the actual rocket assembly machine here. Shift right click that, and it links that. So any rocket that you put onto this platform will automatically be linked to the fueling station. So it'll automatically get fueled up. Now we're going to build another one of these, aren't we? For the space station. Now what have I got? I think I've got a 4x4. It's a bit complicated. The bigger it is, the better, really. And I would actually like to use more, but we've got, must be night time. We've got 16 I think, so I can quite happily dig up these. So it'll take a while. Just because this pickaxe is slow, but it's got silk touch on it, so. So what I've done here is I've put the extra block down because you need the structure tower in here as well. So of course I can do this the fast way. Oh, what have I just picked up? Something I didn't want. Great. And my goodness. I'm getting ground behind me. There's still more junk behind me as well. Let's get the wand out. Get the wand into gear. That'll do, won't it? So you can do and one more, and you've got your platform. It has to be square. It doesn't have to be square. It just has to be so that the structure tower goes below it. Okay. What we're going to do on this one is we're going to put the satellite builder, because that's today's goal. Really, I want it to be bigger than that, and I need to make some more structure towers too. So let's go and do those next. So structure towers, basically, of course, I've got all these bugs and things with me. Let's get rid of those. Don't need to have my inventory quite so full. And there was a boot as well, wasn't there? And there's some leggings there from the. Where's it gone to? There we go. Get rid of those. Didn't check what was on them. Don't care. I've got plenty of enchantments. Press R and sort my inventory again. Right, now, structure tower, let's have a look at that one. It's probably easier just to be able to see it on here now, isn't it? Having said that, there we go. Do we need a few of these? 8? That'll do fine. And then we need to make, in fact the quest, wasn't it? We need to make a satellite ID chip, which I think is something like one of the space station ID chip, this one. So we need a linker and a basic circuit. We need to make another linker, let's put that into there, and then we make a basic circuit. I think we've already got those. So we need to just basically make the satellite ID chip, space station ID chip, sorry, like that. That we do need. Now what we can do is put that in our bag over here, because we need this. And I haven't shown you how I programmed this one yet, have I? Never mind. We will do that because it's coming up to moon. So we also need the satellite, no, it's space station, wasn't it? So we need a fueling station, a rocket monitoring station, that's for, oh actually we do need one of those, a space station assembler. So we need this. So what we got here, dilithium, we've probably got that one, right? A rocket assembly machine. And we probably can't do this one just yet. What do we need? Concrete. So we're just missing those two user interface things. Control circuits. What are those? Are those the ones with the okay, silicon plates, copper and redstone. Fine. So let's have a look. I'm going to make half a stack of these. We won't mess around this time. Over time we'll probably use them all up. Don't have enough copper though, so let's have a look at this one. Let's take a stack of copper. Put those back. And then the other one was redstone, wasn't it? So now we just need to roll those two plates, so let's just do these in here. Compactor while I was doing those. Let's go and put the other ones across over here. They're about as fast as each other, aren't they? Yep. In fact, it's a good test. 22, so it's a bit faster with the compactor. Not much, I don't think. So now, let's go and put these into here. Put them in this input hatch. Oh, what's happening here? Did I make a mistake? Oh, okay, I did, but liquid I/O circuits are also good to have. It's good if you could do the recipes just so that you didn't never mix and match, wouldn't it? Right, now let's get on with this. Space station assembly machine, rocket assembly machine, we should be able to craft that, no problem. Space station, oh gosh, I lost again. Space station machine. What are we missing? Dust, dilithium. Let's have a look. Got plenty of this. Let's take a stack of that and make that into dust. I guess it's just a pulverizer will do. Redstone furnace will actually do it. Pulverizer, yes, thank you. Give me 2. Crusher will also give me 2, so we'll put it through the pulverizer because that's the fastest by a long way. And we just need 3. In fact, I can do it now, can't I? So let's do the space station assembly machine again. Got ya. We also need a container, don't we? Space station docking port. This one, space station container. Oh, I do need a space station container. Let's make one of these as well while I'm thinking about it. Probably need to make a lens. What am I missing? Copper rods. Okay, good example of copper. Let's go and get the copper rods going. Actually, as it happens, we don't need to do that this way. We can do that like this. Oh no. Let's have a look. Now that surprised me a bit. In fact, it only lets you do it this way. So, okay, fine. That'll give us 64, won't it, I think. So we can get our lathe into action. Now, I think the input hatch at the top. The texture on this machine is, it looks really cool, but it's a little bit less friendly than it could be. You see that, there's our 4. How many do we need? 6, I think. So we now got our rocket monitoring station. Now, what else do we need for that quest? Because there was a quest, wasn't there? Chemical reactor, we did that one, and it's basically a space station. So it's a satellite bay. Oh, and a satellite ID chip. And I made a space station ID chip. But I have made the satellite. No, I've not made the satellite. Oh, dear. Space station assembler. Okay, satellite. This is a bit confusing, I have to be honest with you, because you need the warp drive on the space station. So I don't know what he's doing with his quest in this one. Oh, try getting the letters the right way around. Satellite, there we go. So we need to do a satellite bay. Let's take one of those out of there. We need a satellite builder. Oh, so we need a bit more of a complicated thing. But we've probably got everything we need, except maybe not the data storage unit. I'll have to make one of these for certain. And I'm missing something there. Gosh. I'm missing just an iron blade, that's no big deal. Should be able to cope with that. This one we can then complete. We've got motor. What are we missing? Just the thing at the bottom and the top left hand side. So let's have a look. So yeah. Anvils, okay, I've probably got any sort of anvil will do. Data storage unit. So we need emerald, basic circuit and redstone. So let's go and find that one. We've got plenty. I want to do about 8 of these, I think. So my inventory of course is in its usual state. A mess. So what shall I get rid of in here? Probably don't need these pickaxes for the time being. And I think that will do. Just 4 slots. So let's carry on. So circuits, emeralds. Let's split that into 4s. I'll make 8 of these things. I think the other one was redstone, wasn't it? There seems to be always redstone in these recipes. Let's have a double check on that one. It is, and I've probably got lots of redstone over there, so let's just, if not, I'll bring it over with the thing. So there we go. Well, emeralds, basic circuits, and redstone. And I'm sure I haven't got any redstone, huh? Now, did I pick up some red? Did I have some redstone with me? I've seen I've got some redstone, so let's do that. So now we should have some data storage units. But there is one thing I want to do with this machine. I'm going to just move it around a bit. Let's just empty out this one and put the output on the right hand side. It's sort of more logical, isn't it? don't think this has any motors on it. It's a good time to go and check it out. Oh, it has. It's got motors at the back here. Let's just remove. Oh, let's just assemble this and see whether the motors affect this particular machine. So it's 64. And I'm pretty certain that they don't affect this one. Oh, they do. Okay, that's good. Well, I've learnt something new, haven't I? Let's put down the other elite motor. I'm glad I figured that out. I might have even checked that last time, to be honest with you. No, I didn't, because I hadn't made them, had I? So we're 64. Let's turn that back on again. Right. Let's put these away in the bag. So now we've got our data circuits, and let's put the ender pearls back into the machine as well. Oops. I don't think I actually need ender pearls in there, so we'll leave those out. Let's get rid of the ender pearls. Good. So where are we now? Satellite chips. We need one of those, and we need an anvil. Now we've got some anvils. Now, have I got those in the system? If they had, they would have been picked up, because it didn't matter what the condition of the anvils was it? What's this one? Slightly damaged anvil. Now we've got some slightly damaged anvils in one of our blocks, haven't we? It might be down here. Tell you what, if I can't see it straight away, I'll take the other one. I can't see it straight away. So there we go, our satellite builder. Satellite chip space, so that should completed that quest. Maybe not. Let's have a look. Oh, satellite ID chip. Well, still not completed the quest. Oh, there's something on the side here. Ah, so we've got to build a space station container. There. I think this isn't right. Because he's not telling us what we need to do for this one. I think this is a bit messed up. Anyway. This is very strange as it happens. Let's go back to Rocket. Because normally what you do, in fact we'll do it here. Satellite builder. Let's put satellite builder down here. Rocket monitoring station, space station assembler. I can actually put the rocket monitoring station down here as well, even though I'm going to use it in different places. What I'm going to do here is, what have we got here? Hardened flux duct. Let's just remove this, and I want to get rid of these blocks here. And put some hardened flux duct down. How much have I got? 3. Tell you what we'll do. Probably not enough. I think the rocket monitor station doesn't need power as it happens. Okay. This. Yes, it's complaining. It's complaining because I've got a structure tower. But we did make those bits, so let's just build the structure tower for this. Good. Satellite builder's giving me a cross. I'm not sure why. I have to figure that out. Space station assembler. Okay. whatever it was is just dead. Bone. And that needs power. So that's where I was getting a little bit. So we just bring the cable across here. Now of course I've picked up some bits and pieces I don't need. Let's go and sort that out. What am I looking for? Another cable. I think we'll use an expensive one. Resonant flux duct. That's the, I think that's the top of the range one, isn't it? No, it's not. The creating flux duct's the top of the range one. Nothing here. Satellite builder. What's wrong with my satellite builder? You know, I do not know. It's complaining about something, saying there's a block underneath it that's wrong. Tell you what, let's just put that down here. I think this is supposed to be on something else. Never mind, I shall go and figure this out. But I'm a bit confused here, because what I'm expecting to do is to put a satellite bay in here, a satellite ID chip. Yeah. Actually, that's what's missing. I think it needs a power plug underneath this, if I remember correctly. So let's just deal with that as it is. I think there is something special about that particular one. Let's put that down there. I'll configure it again. So we need a power plug. I think I'm still in range for this thing anyway. It's probably using its infinite bit of storage now, so let's have a look for power plug. I can't do that, can I? Because it's not going to get power. Okay, so I need to basically move this out of the way again. I think that's supposed to be here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that was fast. Didn't mean it to go so fast. I'm pretty certain, but I'm not 100% certain. That's the trouble. Let's put that down there. Let's take the power down now. And let's bring it to here. Now, can I do this? If you can see what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to put the plug down here and then configure the plug. So it should be getting power. I can't get out. I'm stuck. Oh, let's go this way. Now I can get out. I think this power plug goes. I think it's this. Gosh, if it's not, I'm gonna have to look it up. See, this time it doesn't give me a red light. Oh yeah, that's working now. Fantastic. So I was right. It does need the power plug exactly underneath. So let's pick up this one. Oh, by the way, this border doesn't stop the mobs, as I was hoping. So can we get rid of this stuff in here? Let's just put stone down there, and then we can put dirt on here like that. I think. Good. Wow, long range. Oh, I think it's just got ground. Right, good. So now the satellite builder. We need to build a satellite, but I don't understand what type of satellite we need to build. Now there are different types of satellites, so let's quickly go back to the base. Oh, it actually kills them as well. Okay, a world base. It's killing passive mobs. That's what I was trying to say. So we've got these different types of satellites. So we've got a composition satellite, mass detector, and a microwave transmitter, which we're not going to use. That's pretty cool for power as it happens. An ore mapper, a biome changer. We need a distance satellite. I think we need to build these as well. What have we got here? Aluminium sheets. And we haven't got either of those bits. So titanium rods. Let's get some titanium out of the system. And the other one was aluminium, wasn't it? I got 17. Let's take half of those. That'll give me 8. And some aluminium. We really want half of those as well, as it happens. So let's go and get those rolled and the other ones lathed. So we want these to be lathed because they've got to go through twice, and these have got to be rolled. The output hatch is here, so that'll give me 16, wasn't it? Let's go and roll those through again, and then we get our plates. So we did 8, so we get 16, don't we? Ah, I got no space. Thought I got rid of the stuff that I didn't need. But I didn't. 18. Oh, I did. Okay, I must have either done 9 in that case. So let's get these out of here. 16. I know this has changed a bit. So now we need a satellite. We actually have to have one of these. Let's put the other bits and pieces away in here, and let's get rid of the bugs and the burns and the arrows. Now I was just scratching my head there. So now we need to make a satellite. Now here we've got the lens, an optical sensor. I think we need this one to make a telescope. Fortunately, the trouble is I've got my Dxtory stuff right on top of the bits at the back here. Biome changer, ore mapper, microwave transmitter, mass detector, composition. What we need is some solar panels. They've got two types. We've got the basic and the large, and I don't know which one we need. Probably the basic to start with. We also need maybe some large ones. What are those? 6 basic. We'll try basic to see. We also need some data stuff, I think, which we've got already. And I think that's about it. Let's get rid of those and see if we can see if I'm missing something. Composition satellite. It's a distance one I really would like to do. I think it's actually the optical sensor. But we need another rocket, don't we? So now with satellite rockets they come back again, so I'm going to reuse the one I've got down there, and I'm going to make the cheapest of them all. And you'll see what that is in a second. So I think we've got everything we need for this. How many can we make of these? Let's just do it 11. And then these make 6, huh? Make a big one. Doesn't give you much information about what the difference between these are. And the other thing we were missing was gold plates. So let's have a look at gold plates. I'm going to just take a stack of gold when I go over there now and put that through the lathe. We can get some gold plates that way through the rolling machine, and then come back. Could show those through the others, but it's actually quite nice because you've got multiple slots. So you can take 4 stacks, which is pretty nice of it. So the satellite builder is this one. Now, did I pick up the bits and pieces that we needed? Doesn't look like I did. So let's have a look. So satellite. I thought I picked up the satellite frame itself. We need that first. And the chips, the data chips. Now the data chips I did put back in here. Yes. So what did I press do with the satellite? I did make it. I thought I put it back into the machine. Huh. Do you know, I'm not convinced I've got this right with this lens. It seems to be a bit... Oh yeah, that'll be fine. That was used for the observatory. Jetpacks. Sorry, what am I trying to look for? I wanted the satellite, didn't I? Now where's it gone to? This thing. It is just an empty chassis. Okay, well, I'm going to have to make another one of those, I think. Because I'm having to... I just can't see it unless I put it in this bag. Which I didn't think I have to open that for a while, so let's look for that again. Sorry about this. Let's just craft what one of those moved again. Let's go and get you out of there. Maybe I didn't take it. Anyway, what you do is you put that in first. You've got your satellite ID chip here like that, and then you need to put your sensor in. You can put your sensor into here, and then these are power units. So you can either put 3 power units in like that, and here's the data units like this, and then you can click build, just like that, and it's going to build a satellite. So we've now got our satellite. Now you have to put this into the container. So this is our satellite ID chip. So we now need to put this into our satellite bay. Let's have a look at this usage of that one. So I'm not sure how to put it into the satellite bay now I think about it. I thought it was a space station builder. Do you know, I have forgotten. I need to get this into the satellite bay. Oh no, I don't. I exactly remember. I remember exactly what I've done wrong. Sorry about this. So let's just break down this. Oh, I've got to disassemble this first of all. Now I have found the controls for this as well. Let's press escape options controls. Unfortunately, they're right down the bottom and they're not correctly labelled here. So. Controls advanced rocketry. For some reason or other, that's not there, and I've programmed that to being the add key. So you can shift right click the rocket as well, I think, and then you can disassemble it like this. And so what we want to do is then break it up like this. I want one motor, and that's it. So I'm going to assemble it, put this motor up here like this. This used to work, so I guess it's going to work now. So it goes up there like that, and then you can put in. I put in 5 tanks in a row. So we've got 6. And then you put the satellite bay onto this. And then we build it. I need the rocket building machine, which is this one. So I'll take this off there. Put the rocket machine down there, and then I should be able to scan this like that. So this is now built. So I can shift right click this, get close enough. Oh, yeah, satellite bay. I have to click the satellite bay. Now I can put the satellite into the satellite bay. Yep, which is just gone. And then we can actually launch it. This is actually the thing for launching it. So we can link this here. Got the link, haven't I? It's the rocket builder, rocket assembly machine. It won't be fueled up, so we link the fueling station again to the rocket assembly machine. And that should be filling up with fuel. Let's have a look. Let's click the top of it. What have I caught now? Mining fatigue. Okay, great. It doesn't seem as though it's actually linked in. Now, why not? Maybe I'm out of range. Shift right click that to the satellite rocket assembly machine. Link successfully. Shift right click that to there. Link successfully. And I'm expecting to see the lines. Remember, you can't see the lines. So let's have a look at that one. It's not filling it with fuel. Okay, maybe it could be that it's too far away. I don't think it is. Tell you what. Just in case it is, we'll move it. Gosh, that's a lot of... Try that again. Well, it doesn't seem to be filling it with fuel, so I'm going to have to do it this way. Did I build this rocket? I didn't build the rocket, did I? I just scanned it and forgot to build it. Yeah, it moves into the middle. Well, no wonder it didn't work. Try that again now. Oops. So that goes to there. Goes to there. Now we should be able to see the lines, and there we can not. And it's not filling it up with fuel. Oh, yes, it is. Look, you see a line now. I'm seeing a line from here to here, but it probably hasn't got any fuel into this machine, so we have to give it some fuel. Right click this, it goes into push mode, and that should fill up this. Good. So now hopefully the rocket's filling it with fuel. It is. That was a bit of a faff, wasn't it? But I think the quest is wrong. Oh, it's taken off. Just like that. Yeah. It must have been told to be in the programmed mode of automatically taking off. Yes, it is. Because what happens here, and I didn't show you this because I didn't realise it was going to do it. I put the two things together, but the fueling station emits a redstone signal when it's got fuel in it. Let's get some redstone out of the system here. Gosh. Oops, nearly got that right. Try pressing E in there. So it will actually emit a redstone signal when we can see, that is, like that. And you see it actually gives you a line and not a blob. Look at the rocket, it's disappearing into space up there. That's really cool. Let's go and chase after it a bit, because we got flight. We can actually see it go up. Can I press control? Do I go faster if I press control? Anyway, you see the rockets taking off up there like that. Really cool, isn't it? And I've been an hour, so it's time for me to call it a day, isn't it? So, oh, and of course I did actually move the seeds as well. That was the other thing I did move. I didn't mention that last. Where did that sapling come from? So in here, it's telling the altitude, it's telling the fuel is going down and the velocity is going up, and it will reach the top as the fuel exactly at the end here. It'll reach the top, and then rocket will come down again somewhere in the area of about 256 blocks. So hopefully it doesn't come back down in the water, we'll never find it again. So then it's now done. So the mission progress would be in progress, but this is not a mining mission, this is just a collecting mission. And I'm really confused about this because it doesn't make sense. The reason it doesn't make sense is because what it wants from the quest. So we've done all of these bits, but it wants a space station assembly. So it doesn't make sense. And it's talking about a space station in here, but it wants satellite stuff. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So until next time, I wish you all the best. I will do a little bit of research again. Hopefully we'll find our... Oops, something just got ground behind me, in front of me, and I can't see it. It's funny having this, and maybe I should put a wall around it. Anyway, until next time, bye for now.